and today we're talking about Spanish wines. So while we wait for Christy, I can talk to you guys about why I love Spanish wine. I hiked in 2017 the Camino de Santiago, and whenever I went over to Spain, I hiked across wine country, and some of these wines that we're drinking are wines similar to what I had experienced whenever I was hiking. So I hiked 450 miles across Spain, and that is how I came up with the Kinky wine rubber. The Kinky, I put it in the shape of the Spanish sunflowers that I found on my hike. And the reason I did this hike was 8 years ago this July, I lost half of my right lung, and my recovery was really brutal, and some of my doctors felt like walking would be really hard for me. Walking long distances would be really hard for me, and sitting in a desk would also be really difficult for me. So they kind of told me to give up and just don't work and take disability. And if you know me at all, that's just not an option. So I did a lot of training and a lot of massage and a lot of things to overcome this problem, and I ended up walking 7 to 10 miles a day. And then after I got to that point, I decided to fly over to Spain and do the Camino de Santiago de Compostela, which is 450 miles, and I was walking anywhere from 17 to 21 kilometers a day, and it took me 5.5 weeks. And on that hike, one of the things I asked the universe for was to give me a way to take care of myself, since working is going to be difficult for me the older I get. And this is what I came up with. And I came up with a Kinky wine rubber, and like you can see, it puts a stop to your wine. It's really grippable, so you can just pull the cork out really easily. And that is what I've made, and I sell them in 2-packs. They fit around, the packaging fits around the neck of a bottle, and you get 2 to a pack, 1 ocean blue, 1 ocean green, for the colors in Key West, one of my favorite places living on earth. Yeah, they're on Amazon for $12.99, and if you want them in bulk, you can contact me directly. So I hope everybody's doing good. Hey Mark, I see you. I was just talking about the Camino. I don't know if you saw any of that, but so anyway, let's go ahead and start. This is my first wine. This is the Protos, and it is a Verdejo. This is from Rueda, and I'm gonna pour some here for myself and for my friend that is on her way. All right. So the Verdejo is a white grape. It is 13% alcohol. It is, well, hi buddy. This is my little doggy friend hopping over to say hello. Hi Trace.
Hey, Ange.
You want to come hang out and have a glass of wine?
I
I just started my show. Christy's on her way.
Is she?
She's late.
She is late.
She is late.
I will. I'll sit down for just a moment
Perfect.
until she gets here,
Awesome.
and then we're gonna go run an errand.
Everybody, Tracy.
Hi.
I'm renting a space from her while I'm here in Tulsa, and my questions aren't coming in here.
Yeah, we're twins.
I know, we're twins today.
I know. How exciting.
Yeah. So cheers.
Cheers, friend.
Yeah. Thanks for joining me.
Absolutely.
You look so nice to go to dinner.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Right? Oh, this is a Verdejo. It's a white wine grown outside of Burgos, which is in the center of northern Spain. And it is stainless steel fermentation. There's no oak on it. They did leave it on the lees, which means the dead yeast cells fall to the bottom of the barrel and of the stainless steel barrel, and it creates this like creaminess. So you can kind of taste how it's like, it's rich. It's not like a Chardonnay rich. It's a different. The Chardonnay rich is more from the oak barrel.
I like it though.
Isn't it
I like
nice?
it a lot.
Yeah, it has some nice body to it.
I do like it.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, I'm not much of a white wine girl. But
I know, but I'm converting you slowly.
You are. You are. Because I do like this.
Good. So some of the flavors on this are tropical fruit. You're going to find pineapple, apples, some like white fruit. It's a little herbaceous, but this is like, you could just sit this and drink on the porch. Like, I don't think you need, food with it.
A reason.
Right? And it's also like, so whitefish, sushi would be great with this. So, but if you are going to eat with it, that's what I would do. So it's really dry. It's really balanced. It's just light and crisp, and it's kind of cooling me off because it's kind of hot out here today.
It is a little warm today.
Right?
I
Yeah.
know.
A little sweaty.
The heck.
Yeah. Hi, April. I'm doing a wine class for April tomorrow. We're
Hi,
going to have
April.
a great time. She's Carrie's very good friend.
Well, I'm sorry. I actually would have come, except that I'm going out of town. So.
That's right. So this company started making wine in 1929, and their goals are quality and sustainable wines. Their first vintage was in 1927, and they won medals in Barcelona for those first few runs, and they're still winning awards today. So
Fantastic.
it's a great little bottle for $19, right?
Mm-hmm.
Nice and crisp. I bought all my wines today at Ranch Acres Wine Shop, liquor store on 31st and Harvard.
Is it this one here?
It is this one.
Okay.
I love the embossed bottle. Isn't that pretty?
Oh, I do too.
That's kind of a popular thing in France, and for Chateauneuf de Pape, which is my favorite, hands down favorite red. Just can't usually always afford them.
Right.
They start around $50.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Every once in a while.
Every once in a while.
Special occasion wine.
That's right. I converted your bucket to a kinky wine rubber bucket.
Oh, I love that.
I didn't think you would mind.
No, not at all.
This is,
And this is perfect for it.
it is. I just kind of moved some things around on your porch.
You know, you do you. You do you.
Hi, Rebecca. I miss you too. Hi, Mom.
Hi, Leonor.
Cheers, Mom. I think that's delicious.
I do too.
So it was voted in 2019 the best young wine in Spain. So they mean young by like not aged. It's a 2018. So it was like, didn't really age very long, and it still came out so delicious.
It is very good.
Yeah. Usually whenever they're that young, they kind of have more acid to it. They're not as balanced. There's something kind of different about it. And this is just like really good. Really crisp.
Awesome.
Yeah. Well, Christy, I hope she's okay. We got a miscommunication. She thought I said 6 Central. So,
Oh my.
Oh yeah. So she's on her way.
So she's just going to come in?
Yeah, I told her just to
Okay.
come in. So hopefully she'll find me
Yes.
easily. Mom says salute.
Salute.
Salute. I was just telling everyone about how I invented Kinky, doing my hike across Spain. So I got to hike. I started on the border of France and Spain in a little town called Roncesvalles, and that's at the bottom of the Pyrenees.
Okay.
And then I didn't do the Pyrenees because of my lungs, and I was trying to stay out of elevation, and it took me maybe 5 days to hit wine country. And
It's a long time without
yeah,
wine.
right? Oh no, I still drink.
Okay, I was going to say, 5 days without wine, Angela.
Some days I had a beer,
Okay.
but most days we had wine. But when I got to the sign that says "Welcome to Wine Country," I was just like, "This is going to be amazing."
Yeah, best day ever.
Best day ever. And I got to walk through vineyards and pick the grapes while we hiked. And some of the wine, the vineyard owners would mark the rows of which varietal it was.
Mm-hmm.
So you just kind of grab a grape or two and try them out and just see how different they all are.
It's wonderful.
Fun.
Oh, yeah. I love that idea.
Yeah, me too. I did. And then and it was after Burgos, I believe, there's this like famous wine fountain that's coming out of a wall on the side of a winery. And it's super young wine, but it's just, you turn the fountain, like it's just like a faucet.
Really?
And you pour wine into your glass, and everybody stops there on their hike
Can you fill your thermos
Yeah.
as well? Okay.
Yeah. I mean, everyone. There's so many people there, starting really early. I think I got there at like 7:45 in the morning.
Oh, wow.
Because you start hiking early, and whenever I got there, I filled up my coffee cup, and everyone just kind of, everyone's like, okay, that's enough, and like we all move through the line.
Sure.
But the line is long all day long.
Oh, I'm sure it is
Yeah.
because it's free wine.
It's free wine. It was kind of brutal wine though.
Was it?
It was just not aged at all, so it was
Okay.
just very raw. Not that it
Okay.
was bad, it was just really raw.
At 7:45 in the morning, that might be a little rough.
Right after coffee.
Ooh, yeah.
I mean, I rinsed out my coffee cup with
With
water.
wine.
Yeah, and then, yes, and then drank. So. Well, I don't know if that's Christy messaging me on my phone.
I bet it is because I bet that's why Loki is working.
Oh, probably.
Let me go see.
Okay, thank you.
Bye, everybody. I'll get you another glass.
Thanks, Tracy.
You're welcome.
Oh, I have another glass over here.
You have
I
an
was
extra
interested-
one?
Yeah,
Okay.
I do.
Okay.
Woo. Does anybody have any questions about Spain while I'm waiting for Christy? I hear her pulling up, so we're just going to hang out and wait. And you guys are welcome to type some in. My favorite wine area, my favorite city in Spain from my hike. So I hiked all the way across the north of Spain. I started in Barcelona, went across Burgos, and then all the way to the end. Hello, I'm
Hi.
so sorry we miscommunicated.
Yeah, it's okay.
Well, welcome.
Thank you.
If you want to grab that glass right there, I'll pour you some of this
So happy to
delicious.
grab it.
Thank you. How have you been?
Good.
Welcome to Wine Wednesday.
I'm excited to be here.
There you go. I'll get a little refresher.
Angela, what are we drinking?
We're drinking a Verdejo
Oh.
from Burgos, Spain.
Oh.
Have you been to Spain?
I have been to Spain, but never Burgos. Where is Burgos?
In the middle, on the top.
Oh.
What do Americans call Burgos? There is a different word for it. Cheers. Cheers. Thanks for being here.
I'm glad I could make it.
I'm so glad you could do it.
I'm just super happy to be here.
When I texted you earlier, I almost confirmed a time, and I was like, no, I think we both know. We didn't.
No.
Oh, well.
I don't know Central versus Eastern time.
I know. That's okay.
Is anyone on watching?
Yeah, people are on watching. My mom's on here. My computer's frozen.
Oh, I know, I see.
Huh. I wonder if that did the black door close. Maybe if we open that black door, if you don't mind, that'll get my internet going back, flowing. So let me also fix this. Okay. All right. So, welcome, relax.
Thank you.
Yeah, take it all in. What do you think of this wine?
It's really clean and light.
Right?
I taste green.
Yep. A little tropical fruit, maybe?
Yes. I mean, it's not, I thought it would be more bubbly.
I did too. But it's not.
No.
And that's okay. This is Loki.
Hi, Loki. Loki.
Uh-huh.
Hi. Oh my,
He's the biggest, sweetest boy ever.
oh my gosh.
I know. He's my little buddy.
Yeah. Does Loki want some wine?
No. I'm sure he does.
Okay. But yeah, so we were thinking this was going to be
We thought this
more
one
of a
was...
sparkling.
Yes. And I do have a sparkling rosé here that we're drinking next.
This is really nice. This is like a fantastic summer wine.
Right?
Mhm.
I thought you can drink and eat or not eat at all with this.
It's a porch sipping wine.
Mhm.
You don't need food for it to taste good,
That's right.
or you don't need food.
Yeah, to complement it.
Yeah.
No,
So it's great.
it hangs well on its own.
So then we should tell everyone, even though we're drinking it in these glasses, that it's not a sparkling.
It's not a sparkling.
But it's great. You can drink it in any glass, really.
You know, I just really like these cool little glasses. So these are definitely champagne glasses, but these glasses that we're going to use next, they are obviously really old. They're leaded, and they are have this cool etching on them, and I just think they're beautiful.
They're beautiful. Are they antiques?
They are. They're Tracy's mom's, and she lets me use any of the glasses that are in there, which is so sweet. I just have to make sure I take care of them.
perfect. Well, yes. Let's not break one.
Right.
We can't get too drunk and break one.
That's when I move over to the plastic.
Yeah. Angela, I have a question.
Yeah.
What would you pair with this?
Sushi.
Right off the bat, you must be craving sushi.
I know. Or a salad.
Mhm.
I think it would be great with a Caesar salad.
What if you just wanted like an appetizer type thing? Could cheeses work, like a
Yeah.
manchego?
Yeah. Or a white fish dip would be nice.
A fish dip.
Yeah.
You're thinking fish.
I miss Key
You know
West.
what? I'm sure you do. Hey, we got fish in Tulsa.
Hey, we got White River Fish Market.
We do. But I pick up salmon at the grocery store all the time.
I did just the other day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So fish, and this is your
Lights. I think some softer cheeses, but I think a blue cheese would be delicious with it as well.
and oh, definitely. And you
Right?
said fish dip because a fish dip is kind of cheesy and creamy and fishy.
Uh-huh. And I like to eat it with cucumbers or carrot sticks or
Yeah.
something like that. Yeah.
That's
Tried it.
perfect.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Thanks. I'm going to open this next bottle. I was just about to tell everybody my favorite city in Spain is San Sebastian, and that is on the very north. So if you're at Barcelona, you go straight north, and it's on the coast. And San Sebastian, this is the wine bottle, everyone, is one of the food capitals of Europe. And like all the really amazing chefs from Spain and France have a little restaurant in San Sebastian.
Were you there when you were doing your hike?
Yes. It was my last city I went to. So I finished the hike, and then I had 4 days left. So I treated myself to 4 days in San Sebastian. It was the most expensive 4 days of my life.
Well, but
So-
worth it.
Totally worth it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this varietal, they pour it from really up high.
Uh-huh.
Should we try
No.
it?
What do you? Oh, like from up here?
Yes.
Why do some people do that?
It's to release the bubbles in it because this is super. I'm really
To
super
release the
interested.
bubbles?
Release the bubbles.
Super excited. Oh my goodness.
I did pretty okay,
Isn't that's a pretty color? It's almost like a peach.
right? Like a little salmony.
Okay, we'll give you one. So, in San Sebastian, do you remember the meal that you had
Yes.
that was your favorite? That's so much.
I know.
Peach.
So this is called Chacolina. That's the varietal Chacolina, and the vineyard is Amistoy, and that's the last name
Kind
of
of.
the owners, of the vineyard owners. So
Okay. All right.
let's
So,
give it a little sniff. Cheers.
because I don't know if you guys know this, but Angela and I used to do wine classes together, and it was called winology. And our little saying was swirl, sniff, sip.
Remember?
Of course, why would I not?
I don't know.
So, but you don't usually swirl a sparkling
correct.
because it will just make it foamy.
Yeah, I just kind of
But you can definitely sniff it.
definitely sniff it. And this glass is actually nice because it has a little opening
Love
to
it. It's almost like a bigger champagne flute,
It is.
but you can also drink wine in it.
I think you can drink anything out of it.
Who's talking to us?
Um,
Oh, hi
yeah.
Patrick.
Hi Patrick, we're doing a wine show right now. Yes. Oh, my friend Mark from the Camino says goodnight. Good night, Mark.
Oh,
Thanks for
wow.
tuning in. Yeah, he's in England.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was gonna say he's still on the Camino.
Right. He does go to the Camino all the time. He wrote a book, and on the cover of his book is a picture of him, myself, and Hannes, a German friend of ours that hiked.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, okay, what were we talking about? I went to
Well, these were
Something
kind of like
shiny happened.
flutes. I think you
Yeah.
were gonna let's
Break
see
it
what
down.
it smells like.
I think it
What's
has
the
like a
nose?
medicinal. Right? Do you smell
Mhm.
the ocean?
Mm-hmm.
I
Yes.
do, right?
Definitely.
Totally.
Oh, we're
And
gonna.
we're gonna love this one. You ready? Okay.
Uh-huh.
Mmm.
So right off the bat,
Salinity. Right?
oh my gosh, it tastes like the ocean too.
Don't you want to eat an oyster with
Oyster, the salty brininess
Mhm.
would sort of be. This would be like that. It's not a contrast. It would
this? Yeah.
be the same.
Yeah. It's
It would be
delicious.
perfect. Wow.
Mm.
I've never tasted anything like this. because it's got at first sip, I thought it tasted sweet, but then as it went down, it was savory almost.
Right. So you're tasting that strawberry from on the beginning,
Yeah.
and then it just gets like almost has a citrus to it too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh, yum! With the little vinegar and shallot. What is that called? Menu. What is it?
It's like a minuet
Our brothers would kill
dressing.
us.
I
You should know.
Oops, sorry.
We're the wine girls, not the
But
food
it's
ones.
what you can a minuet
Yeah.
dipping sauce.
Yeah, for your oysters, it's like a little sherry or vinegar with the shallots. This would be so good.
It would
Mixed
be
in it.
great. Oh my goodness.
Right?
Yeah, it would be perfect. I do love a good oyster.
Me too. That is super crisp
Did
and
Key
yummy.
West have great oysters?
Yes, flown in. But Gulf oysters, do you think Gulf oysters are delicious? Because they're warm water oysters. I don't really care for them. They're huge.
Oh.
If
Yeah,
I have to cut an oyster out, I'm not interested.
No, it's not a piece of chicken.
It's not. It's just not.
Yeah, that would
And,
probably gross me out.
Hi, Robert. Robert, what's the little sauce called for oysters? The little shallot mixture. He'll know. Thank God one of our brothers
Is he?
tuned
Oh,
in.
Robert?
Yeah.
Oh, he's probably so mad at us for not remembering it.
Hi, Lori. I miss you guys.
Who else is watching?
My mom's on here.
Because you know what?
Hi, Brian.
Hi, Leonore.
Yeah.
I,
So, everyone, this is a Chacolina. It is 13% alcohol. It's $21 a bottle. Would you pour me a little refresher?
Yeah. Do I need to pour it from up high?
Not if you, only if you want to.
I'm scared. This is about as high as I feel.
Thank God we're outside.
Some of it went on the carpet.
That's all right.
This is. Where are you seeing it's Chocolini?
So, so the spelling is Txakolina. So that is a dialect from Spain. That is, it's not Spanish. They have their own dialect. Mignonette. Thank you, Robert. Mignonette.
He didn't know. He Googled it real fast.
I don't care.
Oh, well. Of course he knew. He's a chef.
That's right. So this varietal, here I am, my first day in San Sebastian. I'm by myself. It's not chocolate wine, Robert. It's called Chacolina. That's how you pronounce the varietal. So I'm in this cool little tapas restaurant. And I had a massage scheduled and my nails to be done like 2 hours after I was hanging out this restaurant. So I sit down and I'm the only person in there really. There weren't very many people. It was like at 1 o'clock in the afternoon.
Fun.
And I order this tiny little tuna burger. And I asked him, I said, just pair whatever you would pair with this. And he goes, oh, I got you covered. And he goes, like for my pour. And I was like, oh my God, that's so cool. I love what you're doing. And I tasted this varietal, and I've been looking for it ever since. But in Key West, I never could find it. And I went over to my brother's house last weekend, and Emily, who owns Ranch Acres Wine and Spirits, was pouring it. And I was like, stop it, I love that varietal. I'm so excited.
Shut up.
I'm like, I'm going to buy all of them. So I went over to her shop, and I bought the rosé and just their regular white. And
This is amazing.
isn't it?
It tastes like the coast of Spain, which makes me want to go there right now.
The vineyard sits on a cliff, hills off, the ocean. So it's the ocean, cliffs, and then this vineyard. How beautiful! And this is a fifth generation owned family vineyard and winery. The varietal is super different. It is Hondarabi Zuri and Hondarabi Betza. So I've never heard of any of those varietals.
Great.
Yeah, they're two different grapes. There's so many.
Wow.
But that is the grape for this. It's sparkling from natural fermentation. What else can I tell you? It's in the Basque region, and that's the dialect.
Basque.
Yeah.
Basque dialect. So I was thinking Castilian Spanish, but Basque isn't it a combination of like French and Spanish.
That would make sense
Yeah.
because of the location. Yeah. So when I was in that restaurant, these camera guys came in, and I was like, I wonder what's going on. They look American. And I didn't really inquire because I just didn't really feel like talking to anyone. And I went to go get my nails done, and I was sitting out, like, I was right at the door. And the guys walked by, and I was like, hey, are you guys American? Like, yeah. I'm like, what are you filming? They're like, oh, Anthony Bourdain's in town. We're filming for him. And I'm like, stop. So I
You're kidding.
was like hunting Anthony Bourdain the
I
whole
would be
4
too.
days.
But you never found
I
him?
never found him.
Is it because he was in his hotel room hanging himself?
That's awful. Christy.
Well, he did it.
Well, that's terrible.
I'm
No,
mad
that's
at him
not-
for doing that.
It's not when he did it.
Am I not allowed to say that?
You can. But yeah, that's okay.
Well, this is just the most delightful.
Rosé, right? It's crisp and yum.
It's so good.
Yeah.
It is. It's yum is a perfect, and it's a beautiful color, and it's great by itself too.
I think so too. I could just sit and sip
Good
on
pick.
that. Thanks.
Chocolina.
Chocolina.
But I wouldn't pair it with chocolate.
No.
Robert.
It's a little salty for chocolate.
Look, it's still, our screen is frozen.
I
still.
know. It's because my internet connection out here is not that great.
Oh.
But I know that everybody at least can see us. I hope that we're entertaining them. So,
Definitely.
and shall we move on to our last wine?
If you want to.
I would love to. This one makes me giggle. Okay.
Why?
Well, I'm gonna open this bottle because I
Oh,
still have
yes.
some left in it. I opened it the other night. I cheated.
Well, it was R&D.
Yes, it was. Remember, we used to open all of them before we did a wine class.
Well, because we were serious.
we were. Well, we really needed to know.
We
before
still
taught
are.
people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, where's your glass?
I'm just gonna use this one.
Well, I'm not going to finish this because
Okay.
I have to drive home.
But you can pour it into your
I'll do
lovely
this.
glass. Okay. Beautiful. Well done, Christine.
Thank you.
Do you want to pronounce this bottle?
Let me see. It is Los Conejos Malditos.
Yes.
Thank
So
you.
here's the bottle, everyone. This one is hysterical. So
What does it mean?
those fucking rabbits.
Is that what it means?
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
I know. So
Wait, can I say that? Then let me pronounce it this way. Los Conejos Malditos.
Yes.
Better? Okay.
Yes.
Hi, Loki.
Well done. Hi, Loki. He's like, I like bunnies. He
I
does.
know.
He chases them out here
I'm
all the
sure
time.
he does.
All right.
Oh, okay.
Pardon.
Those fucking rabbits.
So they call them that because the area that this is grown is it is so good, Robert.
I can smell it.
This area is by Toledo, which is south of Madrid, and they call it that because these fucking rabbits eat all their grapes, and it
of
makes
course
them
they
mad.
do.
So these winemakers are really cool. They're younger and they're so much fun.
Oh my God.
Their vineyard is called Mas que Vinos, More Than Wines. Founded in 1988. It's a group of 3 people, and this is a Tempranillo Carbonico. So
Carbonico.
carbonic fermentation, all that means is that they take the whole cluster and drop it into the tank
Wow.
for fermentation instead of pulling
With the stems and everything?
with it all.
Huh.
Yeah.
Who knew?
Bye, Boo. Robert's leaving.
Okay, bye, Robert.
And I worked with Robert today. We worked a lunch on his Colombian empanada food truck on
Oh.
Masa.
Where was it at?
It was at Go Fit, and they sell
Yeah.
fitness equipment.
It's in the. I know where it is. It's in that industrial complex place.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Is his name Richard?
I don't know.
Richard's the owner of it.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Really
I
nice.
did some things for him not too long ago, or years ago,
Yeah.
a long time ago.
Wait, yes,
Yeah.
it was a long time ago.
Yeah.
So this varietal, it smells so pretty, doesn't it?
Yes, I smelled it right when we poured it. I think it probably has something to do with there's a little bit of heat and humidity in the air, and so
Uh-huh.
it sort of wafts
It just
right
like-
up.
Yeah.
It carries it.
Mm-hmm. So Tempranillo is the most common grape in Spain.
Spain.
Yes.
So I already took a sip, and right off the bat, it's very dry. And Tempranillos are known for going with food.
Mm-hmm.
And dry means it has a lot of tannins.
Yes. I would say it's medium plus on the dry.
Oh, really?
I would.
Maybe it's because I was drinking the other ones, and now I haven't had a dry wine in a long time. I've been drinking a lot of Pinot Noirs and Chardonnay.
Okay.
I know this is off subject, but just really quick, maybe you can answer it.
Yeah.
Why do middle-aged women love Chardonnay so much? My sister and I were wondering that. I know you like all kinds, but it's like a common little, I'll have a glass of Chardonnay.
I don't know. It's a common varietal, but it's kind of smooth and buttery.
Yeah.
I don't really like Chardonnay.
I do.
I love unoaked Chardonnay. Like, love it.
You like a minerally, kind of lighter. And I think it's not even a Chardonnay if it isn't oaked.
I get a headache just smelling a oak Chardonnay.
Some people do, I think, but also a lot of guys don't like an oaky Chardonnay.
No. Mm-mm.
Women
Love it.
an oaky Chardonnay.
I do. It is kind of a women people pleaser. What would I pair this with, Lori? We're talking about the red. The red one, I would pair. I think you could do a nice steak with it.
Definitely.
It has a little. The tannins are medium plus, so anything with a little fat to it would be nice. I'm like craving eggplant parmesan with this. Wouldn't that be good?
Just made me so hungry. I love eggplant parmesan.
Or paella.
Okay, so are you saying that like steak and also a red sauce would go okay with it?
Sure. Yeah.
'Cause when I think of eggplant parmesan, I think of a red sauce
Yeah,
and
me
cheese.
too. And lots of cheese.
Yeah.
Cheese would be good with this because it would kind of cut that tannin out. Any fat, cheese,
Fatty cheese.
oil, yeah, you could do almost anything with this. Even a white sauce would be okay with this because it's really light.
I agree. It
Yeah.
is. It's got, like our friend Randa Warren would say, she always helped me decipher the thickness of a wine.
Mm-hmm.
So would you say this is like a skim?
Oh, the weight?
Yeah, she would do the weight of a wine.
I would say.
She would compare it to 2% or 1% in the skim milk.
Yeah, I
This
think
is-
this is skim.
A skim, and it's light like a Pinot Noir, the weight
Yeah.
of it.
Mm-hmm. I think so too.
Always remember that.
And even
from
some
my
of the
classes.
flavors, it's a little more bigger. It's a little bigger than a Pinot Noir. Ooh, duck would be great, Lori. I love that idea.
Yeah.
You know,
really
duck with like a
perfect.
a jam
Actually.
sauce. What do you think of that? Or lamb with a mint sauce. I think that would still go really well.
I don't
together.
like mint, but I like lamb is really good.
I like lamb
I mean,
too.
so a duck and a lamb tend to be a little more gamey, and a lot of people don't like that. I like a gamey flavor.
Yeah.
I think it's an acquired taste, but I love it, and I can see that going really well with
Yeah.
duck and
Duck.
lamb.
What about goose?
Is that the same thing?
No.
Goose is
I'm just being a smart ass.
goose is a duck is a male or a female, right?
Yeah. Well, I want to show everyone
Oh.
this bottle. It's so cute. They have the little bunny rabbits running away with their grapes.
Los conejos malditos.
Conejos malditos.
And it means.
Those fucking rabbits.
Don't you think that's probably what Elmer Fudd would have loved to have said to Bugs Bunny?
Yeah, absolutely, right?
But instead, they had to keep it G-rated, and he just always said, "Silly rabbit."
Do you have any favorite? Lori's asking. Do you have any favorite Pinots from Oregon?
Well, one of my favorite Pinots is the one that we had in our wine class, and it's a commercially produced one.
Which
It's,
one?
Naomi. Still one of my favorites.
Is that Oregon?
Yes.
Is it?
Yeah, and it's not. I mean, it's $20. It's a $21.99 bottle of wine. It's not super cheap, but it's not expensive either.
Right.
And remember Masut?
Yes.
Masut is also a really good
Pinot. Oregon.
Oregonian.
I like Oregon Pinots a lot. I would say Arath is one of my favorite. That's inexpensive, but higher end.
Oh, higher end?
Yeah.
I like any, I mean,
I love Andre Max wines. He has the OPP, other people's Pinots. Yeah, and he
I
has
thought you were about to say the other thing.
no. Other people's Pinot. So, Lori, you can find the OPP in Key West for sure. That is probably like $25 a bottle. I want to say Fausto's carries it. Those are my two favorite. The Arath you can find anywhere. And I'll have to think about Oregon Pinots. And I'll message you.
Yeah, I remember Arath. Arath is, they just sort of switched, if
Uh-huh.
you read the back, they switched the letters around from earth
Mm-hmm.
because I think it's an organic wine and they wanted it to be as earthy as possible, and so they just switched the earth word around. Yeah,
That's cool. I like that.
and that is a good, that's probably around a
25.
yeah,
I think it's
25.
21, I think. I've done it on my show before. Lori says Joe Wagner from Camus Family of Vintners. Yeah, he does the Belglass. Yum.
Oh, with that Bell Gloss, I know it's got
Wax.
that melted wax.
Yeah.
That's a really
it
good.
is really good.
That's a special wine if someone
It is.
opens that for you.
Yeah. Yeah, Erath is the one we were just saying, Lori. Hi, Beth. My friend Beth Rooney's on.
Hi Beth, is she from Key West?
I met her in Key West. She is from New York and New Jersey.
Oh,
Yeah.
very good.
That's my next stop is
I know.
the Jersey Shore.
You're just setting adrift on memory bliss, aren't
That's
you?
right. That's right.
Remember that song from PM Dawn?
Oh, yes. Now we're going to play it after this.
I know.
I can't play it during my show because I'll get flagged on Facebook.
That's right. Don't do that. You got to pay money to.
You can't even sing it well. Even if you sang it well, I think they would probably say something.
Yeah, it's true. Get in trouble.
Yeah, that's okay, Lori. Lori's like, it keeps auto-correcting. Yes. Well, what else? What other wines do you like from Spain?
Well, isn't that I love a good garnacha.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Me too.
which is that is definitely a food wine.
Mm-hmm.
And is it? I think it's pretty customary for a Grenache. It's also known as a Grenache,
Right.
to just be the only grape in the wine.
Yeah.
But I actually prefer Grenache
Blended.
But unless you're eating it with food, with the right
Mhm.
food,
Yeah.
which is like a steak, a fatty steak,
Right.
because it can
It is
be
big.
dry.
Yeah, it
big.
can be really dry.
Then I prefer it with a blend. So
Right.
Garnacha.
Garnacha.
Yeah. What about you? What are some of your other?
I love cava. Like, I'm obsessed. Love cava.
Cava's the best.
I love cava more than Prosecco, really. I like Prosecco, and I'm addicted to one that I'm selling right now from Scout and Cellar.
Which is, what's it called?
It's called Rivamonte, and it is, you can only order it on Scout and Cellar. It's $28 a bottle, and I have zero problems opening one after another. Like, they're just so
Oh, I'll
good.
have to try
It's
that
crispy.
sometime.
Yeah.
So, what color is it?
It is really, really pale. It almost has
Oh.
like a gray, like light gray tint to it. It's very interesting, but not sweet at all. Like no sweetness.
I need to remember names of things because we did a cava one time and it was a nice pink color.
Uh-huh.
Do you remember it? Oh my gosh, and
Oh.
it's my favorite.
The Francois Montan Rosé.
No, that's French. This one was Spanish.
Oh, a cava. Sorry. Oh, sorry.
So, okay, so is cava,
A cava.
cava is Spain, Prosecco is Italy, and Champagne is Champagne region, and sparkling is,
Anywhere else.
that's true.
Yeah.
But does California have its own name for a sparkling, or they just call it sparkling wine?
wines. And they can be in the Champagne method or in the Cremant method.
Right.
So Italian and cava, so Prosecco and cava are going to be typically in the Cremant method.
Which is what?
Which is they the fermentation, the bubbles are created in a tank rather than in the bottle. So in champagne, they're gonna, do their first fermentation in the stainless steel barrels, and then they're gonna move it on to each bottle, where they put the yeast in there.
Right.
Remember how they put it at the top, and
They
then
add
they
it
leave
in.
that much room, and then they put it in, and they put it in their little systems,
Right.
the little pallet things, and then the bottles are in here like this, and then they turn them, blah blah blah, and then whenever the bubbles are finished being produced, they pop that top, it pushes out the yeast, and then they top off the wine with a dosage of sweetness, so that adds some flavor.
Sugar?
It's usually sugar. Yep.
What else would they add?
Sometimes it might have like a little sherry in there. It might have some other. It could be, some different kind of alcohol in there, and then the sweetness. So it depends on what they're making. They add their little dosage and bottle it up, and there you go.
What a process, and how did they figure that out?
Right? Years ago. It's so
Yeah.
old. Such an old
I
method,
know.
but delicious.
Yeah. You went to Champagne, didn't you?
Did.
Oh.
I flew over to Belgium like 7 years ago, just like randomly. Stayed with a friend, rented a car, drove around by myself. And then my friend Jean-Michel called me and he goes,
Yeah.
"What are you doing?" I was like, "Just on the coast of Belgium. What are you doing?" He goes, "I'm just sitting in Paris waiting for my visa. You want to go drink champagne?" I'm like, "Hell yeah, I want to go drink champagne."
Well, it was
So-
part of your job too. You needed to for R&D, number one.
I don't know if it was part
And
of my
number
job at
two,
that
was
point.
this also the trip that you got lost and you ended up driving to Germany on accident?
Yes. Germany's lovely, Christine. I was all by myself,
You're like,
Try
whatever.
Try using GPS all by yourself.
Yeah.
It's tough in another country.
And another language.
Yeah, I don't even know the traffic laws there. I probably should have had an international driver's license. I did not get any of that stuff, and I just started driving. My tickets were pretty high. I spent a lot of money on tickets,
I'm sure you did.
on traffic tickets.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, I remember because I remember that trip. You parked in the wrong place, and the next day you got up and there you had some tickets.
My car was gone, so I had to take a train.
That is scary.
I know. I don't know if I'm brave or stupid, Christine. One of the two.
Do you know what I tell people about you when I
What?
try to describe you?
Yeah.
You are fearless.
Thanks.
It doesn't mean you're
I
not
don't
going
know
to
if
run into trying times, though. You are someone who's like, I drove to Germany on accident. I got my car towed. But that's because you're fearless. And when you're fearless and you go for things, you also have issues, too. There's good with the bad.
There is.
It's better to
Yeah.
have adventures like that than
Oh,
to
yeah.
just have a dull life and
True.
not do anything with it.
Yeah.
So I'm living vicariously through you. You've got to keep these adventures up for me.
So Jean-Michel and I, so he's in Paris, and I was like, I'm not coming to Paris. I hate Paris. I don't know that I hate Paris. I don't care for Paris. Thanks, Sherry. Sherry's like, you're so brave.
You are.
So I drive from the coast of Belgium to the Champagne area. The city I drive to is Rennes, and I make Jean-Michel take a train from Paris to Rennes, and we met at a pub. And Jean-Michel is like my brother.
Is he watching this right now?
No.
Of course not.
So we grew up together, and he was married, or he is married, and I was like, so what are we doing, like hotel, whatever. We stayed in a hotel room and had 2 twin beds.
That's probably good.
It was hysterical because for 3 days we just drank until we were cross-eyed. Like on the 3rd day, I was like, I think that I have bubbles coming out of my veins.
Your bangs.
I was in rough shape, but we had the best time.
Yeah.
Some of these places that we went to, like, we knock on this door and it said it's a winery, and we go in and it's like National Lampoon's European Vacation, where it has like the crazy cloth couches that are like floral, and like,
Oh, yeah.
we're like, I don't know if I'm gonna get murdered here. Like, I was really scared. And Jean-Michel's like, we should go, and I was like, it'd be rude, we can't leave. And that ended up being our favorite place.
Oh my
They were so
gosh.
amazing. Like, they were just this cute little family that they
Of
were,
course.
you know, had owned this house forever. And you go down the basement stairs. That's when I thought I was going to get murdered. And you go down the basement stairs, and all of a sudden, you're in this wine cave. And it goes underneath the entire city of Rennes. And I was like, are you kidding me?
You've done
That
some
was
really
so
cool
cool.
shit,
Yeah,
Angela.
thanks.
You really have. If only I were that brave. But
You are.
you know what? Well, it's hard to be brave right now in 2020. But in 2021, that's going to be my year of fearlessness, I've
Good.
decided.
If you need any help, just call me.
Oh, I know. I'm going to channel you.
What kind of crazy thing you want to do? Just come in.
Okay.
What
Well,
are we doing?
the craziest thing I'm going to do is probably in the fall, I'm going to drive to the Grand Canyon.
Sweet. I'll go.
I know you will. Well, depending on where the heck you are.
I will be somewhere. You know.
Yeah, I'm sure you will be.
Yeah.
Is this show an hour? How long is this
We're
show?
we're pretty much done. It's
Oh.
5:47.
I think
and
we did a good job.
Thanks. Cheers to a great job. Thank you for
Cheers.
joining me.
Oh my gosh, it was so
I'm
much
sorry I
fun.
mixed up everybody.
Oh, no, it's okay. I made it.
Yeah. I don't know what that is.
Just a little late. It gave people a chance to hop on.
Yeah, it did.
Oh.
And Tracy came out. And
Can we not talk about your wine
kinky?
rubber real quick?
Yeah, I talked about it earlier, but
I
Christy,
wanna
tell
talk about it
people
again.
why you love it.
Here's why I love it. Not only is it a beautiful color and it reminds me of the ocean, but it comes in handy so many times. Like, I am single. I live by myself. And I am a middle-aged white woman that loves Chardonnay. And so she doesn't love it. But I love a good oaky, buttery Chardonnay. And I don't drink a whole bottle a night, which I think there was a time in my life I did. But I've been trying to monitor that because it's not that great for my health. So I'll have a glass of wine a night. And this comes in so handy because my fridge is old school and tiny. And then I can stick that in, put the cork in it, and not worry about it leaking all over my
There you
fridge.
go.
It's my favorite thing.
Yeah.
And it's real stretchy and just the best.
And it's, you know, makes it easier to pull the cork back out.
Yeah. So, and these are www.kinkywinerubber.com. And they make the best gift. If you need a good birthday present, the best thing to do is to get these and get a good bottle of wine. Like Los Conejos Malditos. Well, you want one with a cork too. And stick this. It's got the hole perfect for, you know,
For a neck.
to put it around the neck of the bottle of wine, and it's just the best gift ever. And the fact that it's called Kinky Wine Rubber is also a really good, fun talking point.
Yeah.
I don't know any other gift better than that.
I agree. And you know, I use it all the time. Like if I'm drinking even like a hot tea.
Oh, to set your cup on?
Yeah, I put my cup on it and then I top my cup too, and
Oh.
it keeps the heat of my coffee or my tea in.
Right.
And
And, you know, probably the best way to use this right now is this way.
yeah.
And this is actually, and you could put it this way. This is actually the best way to keep bugs and flies out.
Yeah.
Because one of the things I learned about Spain, I watched a cooking show and the guy was in Spain, is tapas means a lid or something. What does it mean? Lid?
yeah, tapa. I mean,
The reason
technically.
why is because how it happened was they would serve these little plates of food
on top
and
of the glass.
yes, and you put it on top of your glass to keep the bugs out of your, because most things are al fresco outside. You put that on top of your glass and you eat the food, and they don't care if wine gets in their or if bugs get in their food so much as they care if it gets in their wine. And then they're able to lift the tray away and take a sip. So these work really good as little tapas
Yeah.
without food. But
Without food. Yeah. And you know what I also like is if I'm opening a twist cap, you know, I take my Kinky, because this is a twist bottle, and I just take the Kinky to open it, because sometimes they're hard
they are
to get open.
Absolutely.
So that makes it nice and easy.
easy.
And what else do I use my Kinky for?
Well, and I mean, if you're pouring a red wine, you have a white tablecloth, you stick it underneath the wine, and it prevents
Yeah.
stains.
That's right. So you
I
can,
mean,
it's
just
a bottle coaster. My friend Derek was doing shrimp cocktail the other night, and he had a tiny little bowl and in this huge plate, and the little bowl. Thanks, Lori. The little bowl was sliding around the shrimp cocktail plate.
Oh.
So he's like, "Give me a kinky." So he threw the kinky on the middle of the plate, put his little sauce bowl on there, and it was perfect.
Yeah.
It was great.
The design is really special. So
The design is special to me for sure. Yeah,
Yeah.
my little sunflower design.
it's really
So.
awesome.
And yeah, thank you. And my patent is approved as of yesterday. Cheers.
Are you
to
kidding
that.
me?
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's get some of these
Yay.
kinkies sold.
Yeah, so if anybody wants any kinkies, go to your Amazon shopping cart, type in kinky wine rubber. It will pop up. If you can't find it that way, you can also just go to my website, kinkywinerubber.com, and hit buy now. It'll redirect you to the Amazon page. And that's it. Thank you guys for hanging out with us. Christy's my model.
Oh yeah, such a model.
You used to be a model.
I used to. Didn't everybody used to be a model?
No.
Of course they did. We were all model in our younger years.
No. You actually modeled like in magazines. So.
Yeah, I did. Those were my glory days.
All right. Thank you guys. I appreciate you hanging out with us.
Yeah.
PM me if you have any questions about any of these wines, or if you want any recommendations. You know I love to talk about wine, so
I do too.
I hope I'm going to be back in Key West in the fall. Maybe we can do a wine class when I get back. I'm thinking maybe November. So there's a wedding that I need to go to. But for now, I'm kind of traveling right here in Oklahoma till August, middle of August. And then I'm going to be heading up to the Jersey Shore.
Where will Angela go next?
Maybe wine country.
Probably. I want to go there.
I don't want to live there, though. I just want to
No,
visit.
not live there. We'll go
Yeah.
visit. We'll
Okay.
visit Jahan.
Sure, let's do an
'Cause
Airbnb.
he's in Sonoma,
I know.
and he's working on a
I
vineyard.
know.
We'll say hey to Jahan.
That's right.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
All right. Bye, Rebecca. I'll come home soon.
Bye,
ya.
everybody.
I'm still going live.